So far we have seen within Power Center Designer tool, Source Analyzer, Target Designer and Mapping Designer. Apart from that we have two more tools, Transformation Developer and Maplet Designer. I will show you. See, in Power Center Designer tool we have total 5 tools, Source Analyzer, Target Designer, Mapping Designer, Transformation Developer and Maplet Designer. So far we have seen first three only. Source Analyzer tool is used to import source structure and Target Designer tool is used to import target structures and Mapping Designer tool is used to create mappings. Today I am going to explain Transformation Developer tool. The Transformation Developer tool is mainly used to create reusable transformations. Create reusable transformations. What is the meaning of reusable transformations? So in a mapping, generally we are creating transformations. So we are connecting from source qualifier to transformation and then transformation to other transformations and target. So reusable transformation means you can use the same transformation in n number of mappings, like source and target. So suppose if we import source, we can use the same source in n number of mappings. Similarly, if we import our target, we can use the same target in n number of mappings. Similar concept here. If there is any business logic which you are going to use across multiple mappings, then you can go for reusable transformations. The main advantage is in future, is there any change, you need not touch all the mappings. Suppose there is a logic you built in 100 mappings. In future, if there is any change, you need to change at only one place, that is under transformation developer tool. So you need not touch all 100 mappings. That change automatically will reflect. So first of all, I am going to show without using reusable transformations. After that, I will show same logic with using reusable transformations. So my target tables are like this: T1, employee number, name, salary, etc. Some other columns, and then ETL loaded and ETL user. Similarly, I have another target table: T2, D number, D name, etc. etc. So here are ETL loaded, ETL user. So if you observe here, the logic is common. How do we populate ETL load date and ETL user? ETL load date means when, on which date we are inserting row into our target tables. So ETL load date is nothing but sys date. So we can use in an expression transformation and we can populate using sys date. Sys date is a predefined process variable. You can write sys date, automatically it gives date and time at that time. So ETL user means with which user you are going to load into target table. So we can hard code this value ETL underscore sales. So these two are output ports in the expression we are going to create. See, you have designed a mapping to load data into T1. This is one mapping, assume. This is another mapping, T2, S2 to T2. So here also again we have same sysdate. So ETL sales. So like that, in our project you can see around 300 target tables. So you are going to implement this logic. So to populate audit columns, we call it as audit columns. So why we are calling audit means based on that column we can tell on which date the data inserted into the table, with which user it is inserted. So these 300 columns exist in 150 tables. Not, yeah, 150 tables, 150 into 2, 300. Here, what we can do is, if you have 300 mappings, so what you need to do generally, you need to create 300 mappings, and you need to use 300 expressions, and then you are going to create output ports and you are connecting. Fine. After some days, the business asked to change from ETL sales to ETL finance. Then what you need to do? You need to again open 300 mappings, again open 300 expressions. You need to manually change and save it. After that, you need to refresh your sessions. Again, after some days, the business revert back the code. So again, you need to open 300 mappings, 300 expressions. Again, you need to manually change. Again, you need to refresh sessions. This is a tedious task. So if you use a reusable expression, then you can change at only one place under transformation developer tool. I'm going to show with an example. You can understand in a more better way. So first of all, I'm connecting to Oracle. Any questions so far?
No.
I'm connecting to source. Select start from. Then you can see list of tables under this user. I'm creating here two tables. Create table S1, employee number, name, where value of 20, salary, number, and ETL load date, and ETL user. Sorry, these are target columns. These are source columns. S1 employee number, name, salary. I'm creating another source table S2. This contains D number, D name. Now I'm connecting to target. So here I am creating two tables. Create table T1, employee number, name, salary, number, and ETL load date, ETL underscore user, where similarly, I am creating another table. D number, D name, where TL load date, TL user, where. So if you observe my source and targets, I want to load data from S1 to T1, and I want to load data from S2 to T2. But if there is, here if you observe, there is common logic exists across all tables. ETL load date, ETL user. Here also there, here also there. First I am going to create individually within a mapping. So after that I will create reusable expression. So first of all, I am connecting to informatica, right, power center design. Double click on repository, enter the user ID and password. Now double click on your folder. Here first step is we need to verify whether our source and targets are ready or not to create mappings. So here S1, S2 not there, T1, T2 also not there. I am going to import both my sources and targets. In order to import the source, we need to use source analyzer tool. From the menu bar, select sources, import from database. Enter the password. So here we can select two sources at a time we can import. Select S1, S2, click on repository. To import the targets, we need to use target designer tool. Select target designer. From the menu bar, select targets, import from. So here T1, click on repository. Now my source and targets are ready. I can create mappings. See here 5 tools: source analyzer, target designer, transformation developer, maplet designer, mapping designer. So first of all I am going to use mapping designer tool to create mappings. Select mapping designer tool. From the menu bar select mappings, click on create option. M underscore S1 to T1. Click on select S1, drag it. Similarly T1. So if you observe here, I can connect employee number, name, salary from source, but ETL load date, ETL user are not coming from the source. We are going to generate using expression transformation. From the menu bar, select transformation, click on create option. Then it opens create transformation dialog box. So here you need to select expression. Enter the PHP underscore. Click on, click on. Select all the ports and drag it onto expression. From expression, select all the ports. So again we need to populate two more columns, ETL load date, ETL user. So double click on expression, go to ports tab, place the mouse cursor at the end. So here icon is there. Add a new port to this transformation. Click on this. So here I am changing go underscore ETL underscore load date. Another one go underscore ETL underscore user. So we are populating these. So select this is fine. So disable input port, then only expression enables. We can write expressions. ETL load date is sysdate. So automatically comes in predefined one. So ETL user. So you need to hard code ETL underscore. Any questions so far? Click on apply. Now you need to connect ETL load date and ETL user. Repository. So our second step is creation of session. Select workflow. Otherwise we create two sessions, so one by one. So I will create another mapping S2 to T2 also. Mappings create M underscore S2 to T2. So here what you need to do, drag your source and targets. Yes, here is your source. Yes. So here also you need to create expression. Why? Because you need to populate these two columns, ETL load date and ETL user. Remaining columns are coming from the source. From the menu bar, select transformation, click on create. So from the drop down, select expression. Enter the PHP underscore text. Click on, click on. Select all the ports from source qualifier and drag it under expression. From expression, connect to target. You need to populate these two columns. Now double click on expression, go to ports tab. So here icon is there. Go underscore ETL underscore load date. Go underscore ETL underscore load date is date. So disable the input quotes. Then only expression enables. You can write here. System. TL underscore. Click on apply. Click on apply. Now select these two quotes. Assume like this there are 300 mappings in your project. So you have connected ETL sales and you executed successfully. So after some time, the business asks to change ETL sales to ETL finance. Then what you need to do? You need to open each and every mapping. You need to open each and every expression. Again, you need to change manually ETL sales to ETL finance. Like that, you have to open 300 mappings and 300 expressions. So first of all, I will create sessions and I will load. After that, I will use reusable expression. Select task developer role. From the menu bar, select tasks, click on enter the session name. S underscore m underscore s1. Select your mapping. Click on. As usual, you need to give relational connections. Double click on the session, go to mapping tab, give the connections. Source system. Select the target. New target system. Click on apply. Repository. Similarly, S2 to T2, you need to create a session. Tasks, create. S underscore, M underscore, S2. Okay. Then it will show list of mapping. Select the required mapping. Click on OK. Now double click on the session. The session creation process is same for every mapping. Just you need to give relational connections. Select mapping tab. Use source connection. Repository. Before running, we need to check whether source has data or not. I'm going to insert some records in the source. Insert into table name. Insert. Insert into values 101. Select start from. So this is your source data. S2. Insert into table name. Values 10. Sales. Insert into table name. Values 10. Units. Insert into values 20. So select start from S2. So this is one table. Select start from S2. This is another table. Here I need to place these sessions into workflow in order to run those sessions. S1 to T1. And S2 to T2. Repository. Select S1 to T1, right click, start task. Click get run properties. See, succeeded. 2 rows read, 2 rows loaded. Check. Connect to system. Select start from T1. See, today's date is loaded. 28th May 2016. User TL sales. Run another one. Select your session. Right click. Start task. See, 3 rows read, 3 rows loaded. Check. Select start from. See here also ETL loaded and ETL. Any questions so far? So now, if you do like this, suppose if you have 300 mappings, if there is a change, you need to touch 300 mappings. So to overcome that one, what we are going to do is we are going to create a reusable expression transformation. So far, in the navigation bar, you can see transformations folder is empty. If you create a transformation under transformation developer tool, you can see under transformations folder. Now I am selecting transformation developer tool. I am going to create reusable expression. From the menu bar, select transformation, click on create. So here you need to select expression. Enter the name exp underscore reuse. Whatever the name you want, you can click on. So now you can see in the navigation bar, you can see under transformations folder, this is reusable. Like source and target, you can drag the same expression in multiple mappings. Now double click here, you need to write the logic here. Go to post. So what is the logic here? Common logic, 2 ports. ETL load date, ETL user. Those are output ports. Create 2 ports. ETL underscore load date. Another one, ETL user. So ETL load date, data. Disable the input ports. So here, open. So ETL user constant URL ETL underscore 6. So when you click on apply, you will get one error. See here, there are no input ports. This transformation is not valid. Continue. See, in order to connect from some other transformation to expression, we need at least one input port. So we are going to create one dummy input port. Otherwise, we cannot connect to in expression transformation from other transformation. So here I am going to create one input port dummy in order to make it validate. See, if there are no input ports in the expression, then we cannot connect from other transformation. So I created one dummy. Apply. Now see, just for connection purpose, from some other transformation to this transformation, we are going to use these 2 ports. Repository save. Now I am going to use this reusable transformation in the mappings. Any questions so far? So select your mappings, S1 to T1 first. Remove the existing expression. Select the expression. Just click on delete button. Now drag your reusable expression. So here for dummy, you can connect any source qualifier port, and remaining ports connect directly. And here you connect ETL load date and ETL user. So you cannot edit or you cannot delete here. So all, if you go to port tab, see all are in disabled state. If you want to change any logic, you can change only at one place, that is under transformation developer tool. If it is a reusable expression, you cannot change in the mapping level any logics. If you want to change, go to transformation developer tool, change there, automatically that change will reflect in all the mappings. Repository, so I'm going to use in another mapping also, S2 to D2. Select the existing expression, click on delete button on the keyboard. Yes. Now drag. So you can use reusable expression in n number of mappings. Any port you can connect to dummy. So select D number, D name, and ETL load date and ETL user. Repository. Now we need to refresh our sessions. Whenever you do changes in the mapping, first you need to save those mappings. After that you need to refresh your sessions. Select task developer tool. Right click, refresh mapping. So this one also, right click, refresh mapping. So here you can manually truncate existing data, or you can go for truncate target table option. I am going to manually truncate here. Truncate table, table 1. Truncate table, table 1. Select start from T1. No data. Select start from T2. No data. So here, just save it. Now select workflow designer tool, run one by one. Right click, start task. So next step, succeed. Now check the button. Select start from T1. See, data loaded, ETL sales. Now run another one. Select your session, right click, start task. S2 to T2. Succeeded, check. Select start from. Now my requirement is like this. Instead of ETL sales, I want to load ETL finance. I have 300 mappings, so I'm not going to touch 300 mappings. I'm going to change it only one place, that is under transformation developer tool. That change automatically will reflect in all the mappings. See here, select transformation developer tool. So here I am going to change ETL finance. Click on apply, click on apply. Now save it. Have. Now you check all the mappings, automatically change will reflect. See, this is one mapping. See here, change it to ETL finance in the mapping level. Open another mapping. change detailed finance. So that is the main advantage. If you change at one place, the change will reflect in all the mappings. You need not do one by one. Now double click on this, go to mapping tab. So I'm enabling truncate target table option. Click on apply. Just save it. Similarly for this one also. Select target. Apply. Repository. Now select workflow designer to run one by one. Right click, start task. Succeeded. Now check. Select start from. See, it's loaded with retail finance. We changed it only one place. Just we touched the transformation developer tool. We did not touch the mapping. We did not touch the session also. I have touched the session only to enable truncate target table option. So you saved a lot of time. So otherwise you need to open 300 mappings, 300 expressions. Again you need to refresh. Again you need to save 300 mappings. Again you need to refresh 300 sessions, and then you need to run. Now simple. Just change it one place, transformation developer tool, save it. That's it. No need to do any other things. Select S2 3 rows red, 3 rows load into the target. Now you can check in the database as well. Select start from, see, ETL files. So not only reusable expression, any transformation you can make it as reusable. It depends on the business logic. If the business logic is going to use in multiple mappings, instead of going for individually, go for reusable transformations. You can use reusable filter, reusable sequence generator, or reusable router, reusable anything. Any transformation you can use it as reusable. So only important thing is the logic should be reusable. Same logic if you are going to apply in multiple places, go for this option. Any questions so far on reusable transformations? Any questions? Okay. In the next class, I am going to explain Maplet Designer tool. So far, we have seen 4 tools: Source Analyzer, Target Designer, Transformation Developer, Mapping Design. There is one more tool, Maplet Designer tool also. Before that, I am going to explain one simple concept: Target Load Plan. In interview point of view, important. Target. So within a mapping, if you have multiple flows, which target table should load first decides target load plan. I will show you here. This is one flow. I am dragging another flow. So within a mapping, you can see 2 flows. This is one flow. This is another flow. So if a mapping contains multiple flows, which target table should load first decides target load plan. See, this target should load first or this target table should load first. So for that one, you need to go to mappings in the menu bar. So check here, target load plan. So by default it is showing it is going to load T1 and then T2. Now I want to load T2 first and then T1. Select this. Up arrow mark is there. Click on up arrow. Now it is going to load T2 and then T1. So you can change the order. So if you have multiple pipelines within a mapping, then target load plan comes into picture. Which target table should load first? Sometimes what happens is your target is becomes for source in another pipeline. Sometimes your target becomes source in another pipeline. In such cases, generally we are going to set target load plan properly. Otherwise, what happens? It will load, it will read 0 rows and it will load 0 records. Before loading into T1, if you read records, T1 is empty, then you can see 0 records in T2 also. So, whenever there is a dependency kind of thing, then we need to go for target load plan. Any questions so far? So in the next class, we will see Maplet Designer tool. So in interviews also they ask what is difference between transformation developer and Maplet Designer. Maplet Designer is also used for reusable purpose, but the difference is you can combine multiple transformations. You can link multiple transformations in order to build a particular business logic. Whereas in reusable transformation, you can build different business logics individually. You cannot connect one transformation to another transformation in the transformation developer tool. But whereas in a maplet, we have a flexibility to do that. So here one more thing. Suppose in the source your data type is changed. So you have multiple. I will show you in SCD type too. You can understand. Suppose your source data type changed and you imported the source, but that will reflect only here. It won't reflect in the source qualifier. So just apply, right? I will show you. These are enhancements. So 16 ESC employee. So employee number. Suppose I want to convert employee number to new. Otherwise, I want to increase the length. Varchar 2 of 40. Alter table name, modify name, varchar 2 of. So that change automatically won't come here. Anyway, you need to import your source again to get length of 40. Right now, here you can see employee. What is the employee length? She 20 here. Sources import properties. So you select employee. Replace. Already table exists, just replace. Now see 40. Now check the mapping. Automatically reflected all places happen. So this is SCD2. So here 40 changed. Check here, change 40. See, not changed. Only in the source changed. So I want to propagate that to all down transformations. So instead of manually doing each and every place, there is one option here. Right click, propagate attributes. Suppose name changed or data type changed or precision changed, propagate attributes. So here you can see name. If you want to propagate to next level, name, data type, precision, scale, description. So you can do both directions. Suppose target is changed. You want to move from target to source. Forward, backward, both. I want to move forward. So click on propagate option. See, automatically you can see in the output window, it is changed in the expression 20 to 40. It is changed in the router, it is changed in the source qualifier. So total 3 ports modified. Propagation complete. So you can see green color links. See green color links. Suppose in real time sometimes what happens, you have 100 columns, 10 columns data type changed. So you want to propagate. So select all 10 ports, right click propagate attributes, and then whatever you want, select those options, click on propagate. We'll move to the next. So in the next class, I will explain maplet design mapping. So tomorrow we meet at the same time. Any questions? So tomorrow you are okay, right? Same time.
Okay. Can I meet 7:30?
Yeah, fine. Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow we meet India time 7:30. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye.